Good morning, traders. So, yesterday the market did end up going red. It gapped up this morning. And basically, from what I've saw, they're saying bond yields pulled back or they're eased off, but they're still kind of high. So I'm still expecting a pullback here in the overall market, but we'll see. But anyways, let's look for a trade. I just want to watch the SPY right here at open for a second, just to see which way it's going to start going. You just have to keep an eye on it. EYES climbed even higher, all the way up to 26. Insane run. Still on this uptrend at the moment. And then GameStop shenanigans are continuing. As GameStop gapped up. See, SLGG getting a little action. We'll keep that on watch. Let's keep OPG on watch too here. And PC. Got some good news. Kind of like this. I'm gonna go. It's starting to pop up. Pre-market highs at 1260. So it's got some room to push up here. If it can break over this little 1120 area here. Yeah, it's getting held up at that 1120. It needs to break out of that real soon. There we go. Starting to break it now. I'm still getting held up a little bit. Boy, it's all over the place. Went all the way up to 1130 something here. So we are getting a little bit of pullback at the moment. Well, actually, no, we're not. It's just all over the place. See, buying volume starting to increase. Here we go. It's struggling to get over that 1125. We need a big push to get it up over that. This is pretty low float too. It's only 11 million in float. So if buying really starts coming in here, it should really start moving, but there is a lot of selling pressure. Let's see, we're getting held up at 1150. Let's see if I can 1150 can break. I think if 1150 breaks, this will start ripping. Oh, there we go. Just got a quick little push through 1150. Up to 1160. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. Come on all the way up to $12. Get on up here. Get on up here. Let's break through 12. There we go. Breaking through 12. Still getting held up. I'll try to give it a chance to break 12 here. If it can't break, then I'm going to go ahead and lock out. And it's starting to pull back a little bit again. A little bit of an upper shadow there. I want 1125 to hold a support. This line needs to hold a support. We've not had a candle open above that line yet, or close above that line. I'm starting to get a little pullback below 11. Worst case, we need 11 to hold up. See if this can push back above 1125 for this candle closes. We got 30 seconds. Ooh, coming back down kind of hard here. I thought it was going to test 12 one more time before it had a dump like this, but just pretty much got rejected hard there. I'm trying to hold up that support. Really needs to get back over 11. I mean, we did just run, $2 from here, so I expect some profit taken, but okay, there we go. 11 trying to hold again. We're starting to push back up some now. This is all over the place. Very low float, so buyers and sellers are pushing this thing all over the place. 11 starting to hold as support. What is going on? Why isn't this candle closed? Oh, there we go. I was wondering what was going on. I was sitting there looking at that one candle. Like, when is this candle gonna close? What is going on? I didn't realize I was not all the way over on the chart. Little brain fart there. That's all right. That's all right. See, not one candle body yet has closed over this line, so we need to see one of these, like this candle or the next candle, worst case, close above that resistance. If it doesn't, it's going to start dumping. Come on. Oh, and that candle just opened up kind of bad. It opened up a little low. If this candle doesn't immediately come up, this is going to start dumping. The SPY's coming up. The SPY's still rebounding. For some reason, this is struggling to get above this little resistance line. It got above it that one time, and then pulled all the way back. Whoa, big crack here. Big crack down to 10. See, bottom supports out. Oh, God. All the way back at 9. Yeah, I'm about... Damn, it cracked so quick. I'm just going to have to get out, probably. Just going to try to give it half a second to see if it's going to come back up. Because we're still building higher lows at the moment. If it cracks below that, $10 trying to hold a support. Yeah, Orlando, you are right. This stock is extremely volatile. That's because it's super, super low float. And we got millions of volume on every candle, so there's a lot of volume in it, pushing it around. And 10 seems to be pretty strong. Pretty strong support. If this candle needs to push back up. We got a bit of a doji. It's not quite a doji, but it's almost a doji. But this candle needs to push back up. If this candle starts dropping, then this will probably dump some more. Yeah, starting to break a little bit lower than that. And that high and low. See, this candle's fixing to close. I'm trying to see if it's going to close back up above this little trend line. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. See, 950 support there. So actually kind of in a channel play at the moment. Redraw this. Now, if 950 cracks here, this is done. That support has to hold up. And you can see buyers did push it right up off of 950. But we don't want to be testing this bottom too much. Let's see if some buying comes back in here and starts pushing it above 10. Just trying to give this a minute. See if we're going to start curling back around. At least get back above 10. But yeah, you can see it's been trading in this channel in this trading range. And it's starting to come back above 10. And depending on where this candle closes, I may add. Yeah, I'm going to add $10 and starting to hold up as support. So now I got 20 shares, and that brings my cost down to $10.50. But we want $10 to hold as support. If $10 does not hold, it'd be no bueno. 10's starting to crack a little bit. See, we got this candle's fixing to close. Kind of we want to see this candle push over this red candle. We want to see this little new upward momentum continue. There we go. That's what we want to see. We want to see us keep pushing up. Let's see it stay above 10. We don't want to get back below 10 anymore. Let's see it. Where's our selling downtrend? They're selling downtrend. Okay. So we got to break over the selling downtrend right now. And we're real close to breaking over that. getting held up there though at that little downtrend. Needs to break that soon. And if this body, if the green of this candle, the body can close above the red one there, it's an engulfing candle. We should continue to climb, but if, ooh, that's not good. We don't want to see that. Needs to push back up right now. Get back above 10. That was kind of ugly close. So there's selling pressure against that downtrend line. This may be done. Because we really wanted to keep that upward momentum, and seeing that selling pressure smash this candle down at the downtrend line is not the best sign. Let's see if this candle can push back above 10, then could be all right. If this candle keeps dropping though, I'm starting to get a curl over. We can see 950 crack. This is not looking good. I'm about to have to get out. Oop, big quick drop again. See if buyers can push it back up above the channel. This is very close to a big dump. I should already be getting out, but I'm giving it just a second to see if it's going to come back up. This channel is held all morning, so for his channel to crack now, $9.20. So if it cracks below this bottom of this, it's definitely done, and I'm putting a stop loss there in case it has another one of those quick drops. But looking like sellers got a hold of this pretty good. And there goes the drop. So that was unfortunate. A little fake out breakout there on this. I should have locked in up there at 12. But we had good momentum, so I was expecting it to keep climbing. But selling and selling and selling, so that was a little bit of a rough loss, but I kind of couldn't tell the drops when they were going to come. They just were random big drops when they dropped, so it was a little hard to get out of there. But that's the thing with really low float plays. The volatility is that crazy. They're a little bit hard to read. And SPY coming up. So SPY's come up to this downtrend right here. And it got rejected. So that's interesting. Yeah, it did lose a lot of volume. It just in this sketchy of a market, I was expecting. This was my thought process of why I didn't lock in at 12. The market was rebounding and pushing up, pushing green. So when we were starting to break that, when we broke that line right there and ran all the way to 12, I was expecting, okay, it hit 12 once. It's probably going to pull back some, maybe down to that 1150. But the fact that it could never get back above that line, I should have really got out when that happened. This candle right here was the indicator that this was going to start selling off. This big ugly inverted hammer there. See, I thought I saw somebody said ears was halted. Oh yeah, I mean I should have locked it out up at 12. Just because the SPY was rebounding doesn't mean oh yeah, I'd be damned. Ears is running and just got halted. Nice little U-shaped break right there. And they got halted right at some resistance right in here. Yeah, 550 got halted at resistance. So I got a little funds left. May look for another trade, but look at this. See, this is the other thing too. This did drop below this bottom of this channel a little bit, and then it came back up. So if this gets back above this channel, this LGG just looks horrible. PGN, not anything there. Wow, this is a nasty run on this. It's extremely low float. I may take a shot on this because it's holding up here. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot on this. I'm buying it right off of this uptrend. Got in at 912. Let's see if this thing starts going crazy again. And this is an even lower float play. But if it can hold up here on the trend line, I mean, the thing did just run from $5 to 11, so you're definitely gonna have some sell-offs and pullback there. People locking in profit, but it looked like a lot of them already locked out, and buying's starting to come back in. But this is up extremely high right now too, so it could easily dump. Needs to break up. It needs to break up over this 950 area. It's getting held up there. See, we kind of got this little, kind of like a little mini triangle there. There we go. Now it's starting to push up a little. Oh, God, what a spread. For a second there was like a 40-cent spread. No, we don't want to see an inverted hammer candle right here. We want to see this continue to push up. And I think if it re-breaks through 10, it'll probably get going pretty crazy from the looks of the run that it made earlier. Real close to 10. Let's see, getting real close. Here we go. Here we go, starting to move. And it's getting halted. Well, I thought it looks like it's getting halted. Yeah, it looks like we're getting halted. Yeah, we just got halted. So very, very, very nice. Very, very nice. And that was just a simple trend line buy. That's all that was. I'm in INVO. It got a lot of volume at market open, pushing up there. Then had this sell off, and then when I saw it start holding up in this 890 area, and then I was able to draw the trend line and see it held up there. Volume come back in, buying volume come back in, and we just went from $9 all the way up to $10.28. So I'm up a whole $1.28 a share right now. We'll see what this does out of this halt. Pretty strong volume. I don't really see any PR. Oh, okay, yeah, they do have PR. So they agreement to expand company-owned clinics in the U.S. and commercialization agreement with Farah Farming. So good good PR there. Yeah, it looks like it looks like it got halted right here, and then right here. It does look like this is the fourth halt. Now, as long as this halt doesn't last too long, I would expect to see volume push in here more and push this up to this $11 area possibly. Because buyers are trying to push it up. This thing is up 230% though already. So it is up extremely high. The SPY looks like it's going green. Coming back up to that line again. Shit, what was that? Oh yeah, INVO. Gotta remember what. Can't be forgetting what play I'm in during a halt. So I don't know. It could sell off out of this halt as well. There's a possibility. Depends on what if buying comes in right away or not. Although it looks like every time it got halted to the upside, it gapped up. So if it got halted there, then that means it opened here, pulled back a little bit, and then shot up again and got halted. But that's definitely a gap up. It gapped up from 785 to 851, and then it gapped up again from 948 up to 1014. So that's what we'd like to see. We'd like to see a gap up maybe over 11 when it opens up. If it gaps up over 11 when this opens up, this is going to go nuts. Now, if it doesn't gap up at all and it just opens right where it closed, I have no idea which way it'll go. But we are in a nice uptrend, so more than likely it's going to continue up. This in INVO, Michelle. That's what I'm in at the moment. Oh, so yeah, nice gap up to 11. Let's see if buyers hold this up and push it over 11 again or not. A lot of selling at 11. Let's see if it can break through its testing. You see buying volumes push back in. There it gets, boom, big rip up to 1180. Big rip to 1180. Oh, are we gonna get halted again here? Oh, we're still pushing. Let's see if we can break 12 here. Oh, we might be breaking through 12. There we go, busting through 12. And I'm actually going to take 5. I'm going to take half this position off here just in case it turns around. I don't want to be holding another stock in it and it die off. I don't want to be holding another loser. So 12 trying to hold. Oh, actually I'm out. Yeah, actually I'm out of this. I must have had 10 shares in my quantities instead of 5, but that's all right. I'll take it. That was a $3 rip right there. I got in down there at 9 and it ripped all the way up to 12. That's a $3 rip. So I made up for my loss on ANPC a little bit. I'm still $2 down, but still I'll take it. But I was really only wanting to lock out half because I was wanting to see if it's going to run some more. But nice big push out of that gap up. And now it may just come down to the trend line. So it may be good that I got all the way out. But that was a monster rip. I mean, I'm on a 2-minute chart. We did get halted, so you got about 5 minutes in there for a halt. So altogether in 10 minutes, that was a $3 rip. $3 bounce off of that trend line. Very nice. Very nice. And it looks like it's definitely coming back down to the trend line. See, the SPY is really testing the downtrend. If the SPY breaks the downtrend, very easily could see a rebound. The SPY may come back to life and start climbing again. This may be the whole drop, at least for now. Still too early though. We'll have to see how the SPY closes today. Because yesterday it did this same type of thing where it went up at market open, and then it ended up going sideways for a while, and then it dumped at the end of the day. So what I would expect to happen is probably for it to go sideways right under the downtrend for a while and probably dump off again later. But like I said, if it breaks that downtrend, it could keep going. OPGN and eyes both look pretty bad. I'm going to take those off the watch list. Ears, another U-shaped break there. So definitely some play on ears. Hopefully some of you guys are getting some pieces of ears here. Making a nice move up. See, IMVO looks like it got halted on the way down that time on the trend line. But we'll put it back on the watch list here. Alright, cool. I think that's pretty much the only two worth watching at the moment. I'm not seeing much else. So ears and INVO. And ears has got room still. I mean, it could, if it breaks 6, it could get all up to 635. High ears at 660. Give me just a couple seconds, guys. I'm going to take a quick breather, then I'll be right back. Alright. So, pretty volatile market that we're in, but it's starting to look like the SPY is curling over. See how QQQ looks. Yeah, QQQ not even close to the downtrend line. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. It'll be we'll give the stream about 20-30 minutes here because I am out of funds. But we'll look. See INVO. So INVO actually that time didn't gap down, getting halted on the way down, and is actually coming back up some. Bouncing back off of this trend line one more time. If it breaks over 12 again, it's probably gonna rip pretty hard. You kind of want to see this candle close above the trend line. Because if it closes on the trend line, then it could drop again. Because the thing is, you don't really know how much more this has got in it. I mean, it's up 260% now. Yeah, starting to pull back a little bit there. So we got another little downtrend that's got to break for it to start moving again. Buyers are trying to push it though. Downtrend's right at 1150, so if it breaks 1150, then it should start moving again. Like I said, if it breaks 12, it'll probably go pretty nuts. Oh, that was not a good open. So this is probably done. Actually, let me adjust my trend line. Well, no, the trend line's really where it's at. I do have it kind of on cutting that corner. This will be another engulf. This will be an engulfing candle here. If this candle closes above the red top right there, it'll be another engulfing candle, and then it could start moving. Boom. Breaking over 1150. Coming back down again. I see it's all over the place. These low floats are wild sometimes. Now it's coming all the way back down, so very sketchy. But that's how it's going to be. The higher this stock gets, the more sketchy it's going to get. But I mean, this is a big move already. I mean, $5 all the way up to $12.30. That's a $7 rip. But the one thing I'm noticing this week, we are getting some big rips. EYES with a huge rip. Yesterday, GameStop Another pretty big rip. Ears is getting pretty nasty today. Getting close to breaking pre-market high. Probably going to have to come down one more time. Well, unless it starts pushing here to try to break pre-market high. Ton of sellers at 625. This has pretty good volume at the moment. But it's going to take a lot of buying volume to break through that 625 because there is a ton of sellers there. So like I said, it may have to come back down and kind of make another little curl or something. At the moment, you kind of got this little triangle going on it. A little small triangle, unless that cracks. Oh, nope. Yeah, it's gonna have to come back down. Cheers is another extremely low float play, only 11 million shares. So we may be getting into a hot low float market, which can happen when there's a lot of sketchiness in the large caps and mid caps. Then sometimes we'll go into a little hot low float penny stock market where we get these massive rips. But if you look at the percent change on these top gainer lists, let's see, XELA, that's another rip. So we got two stocks on this gainer list that are over 100%, one of them being INVO, which is over 200%. We got ears at 70%. And we got some few top gainers there on the NYSE, but not quite as high as these. But yeah, INVO halted to the downside again, cracked that trend line. But it is possibly forming a flag if it holds up out of this halt. This could be a little sideways triangle there. See what GameStop is doing. GameStop's trying to hold pre-market high right now. That pre-market high is right there. If it can hold that pre-market high resistance as new support, GameStop could get moving some more too. Oh, and I want to remind everybody that One Life owes me a cupcake for our bet yesterday about the market. So, because the market did end up closing red. You see, it's really testing this downtrend today. If the SPY does not break this downtrend, we're going to keep moving down. It's trying to, but look at the volume decrease. Like, there was good buying volume back here, but buying volume's decreased once we've got up to this downtrend. There's not a ton of selling volume yet, but volume decreasing. So INVO out of that halt, trying to hold up the bottom of this triangle here. Whoops. Let's look at Market Watch, see what it's looking like. We got a lot of greens, a lot of green today, but just a little bit of red. Let's go look at some of these big boys and see what they're doing. You see Tesla's still in this downtrend as well. A lot of resistance ahead of Tesla. I don't know. Amazon's still in a downtrend as well. So we are looking green on Market Watch, but overall most of these stocks are still pretty low prices. And Microsoft, not too bad. Dan Cap, ¿cómo está? I don't know if he's going. Bien, bien. My Spanish is not great. I know I can lightly communicate in Spanish, but that's about as far as I can get with a conversation. So yeah, SPY is finally getting rejected here. It's tried its best to hold up, and now it's starting to get rejected. QQQ making QQQ is making higher lows and now starting to make a lower low. So looks like the market's about to start pulling back again. Especially if the SPY cracks this 388 area. There's some support right across there at 388. You can see where a bunch of candles hit as resistance, and then they held up. has support at that same area. So if it cracks that support, I would say it's going to start dumping. Let's see what we got as far as news. New York City to give 20,000 loans to restructure taxi medallion debt. So what we got, U.S. retail sales first week of March is down 18%, so people are not spending money. Oh, gracias. Yes, the OVR project is very, that's an interesting project for sure. And there's a very low cap, and basically low float. There's not really float in cryptos, but float might as well apply to cryptos. Because low supply of coins is the same thing as low supply of stocks. So it's a very, very low supply crypto with a lot of potential. But if you guys haven't yet and seen that OVR video, be sure to go check that out because it is definitely interesting. You get to see me run around in the snow looking for digital currency treasure chest. In augmented reality. It's a pretty interesting video. And you see the SPY is trying to hold that support there. So let's see if INVO dropping out of that right there. Triangle. So let's take that triangle out. Looks like INVO is done. Ears dropping back below that support area. What is it, Michelle? What are you asking what about? Oh, OVR. It's an app, but it's a basically the short version is it's a blockchain game. It's similar to Pokemon Go. The way you could see the Pokemon through the camera phone or whatever in real life. Well, it's that same type of premise with augmented reality. And you can go treasure hunting for cryptos. But it also has the virtual real estate aspect to it. And some more. But the OVR token, like I was saying, the circulating supply is only 4 million. So that's a very low supply of tokens for that crypto. But it's a little bit hard to buy right now. But yeah, I posted the video a little bit late last night, later than I normally post, but I was trying to get it out because I've been working on the video for pretty much all weekend. I actually went out and did the treasure hunt. I'm not familiar with geocache. Yeah, like I said, it's definitely an interesting video. It's interesting. It's interesting crypto. So ears starting to curl around, making a little U shape here. If ears can break 550, it could get another push up. So this may be an opportunity, another possible buying opportunity. We actually do have a trend line as well that's trying to hold up. But has a perfect little U shape coming off of the sell off onto the trend line. So if it breaks 550 here, you could get another decent move up. Well, the SPY is trying to hold up. See if ears can break out here. SPY getting close to dropping below 388. Oh, interesting. That's kind of similar. What do you get in the containers? Because with OVR, you get the OVR tokens. And a chest can be from 1 token to 100 tokens. But in the video, the first one I found actually was 100 tokens. And then after I got back to the studio and was checking out the price of it, oh, interesting. So kind of the same thing. So it's kind of a crypto type of thing too. It's got the tokens are. I'm assuming they're tradable and worth money. It's a thrill that find them. Well, with OVR, the tokens are actually worth. Last night when I was finishing the video, the tokens were at $1.05 in value. So I actually made $100 going out finding that treasure chest. I'll check that out, and it's called Geocache. I'll check it out and take a look at it. Ears are starting to dump. So ears is done. This is a head and shoulders pattern. Take his line out. This is a head and shoulders pattern. You got a shoulder here, head here, shoulder here, and then we're probably going to get a dump off there. So that's pretty much done. AMPC is done. INVO is possibly still alive. It's not dumping yet. SPY is really starting to look weak. Yeah, you make the tokens, the OVR tokens are an actual digital cryptocurrency. But that's what I was saying. The cap on the coin cap is only 4 million, so it can shoot up really hard. When I started or when I looked at the chart of it, I think Thursday it was like 60 cents. And then during the weekend it popped all the way up to $1.05. But you got to have a MetaMask wallet or mToken wallet, which is digital cryptocurrency wallet. And there's only 2 places you can buy the OVR tokens right now that I'm aware of. but they're working on making it to where you can buy them in app and stuff. But you have to use Uniswap. The SPY actually starting to curl up a little bit. If the SPY curls up and comes back up and tests this downtrend resistance, the SPY could break it. Yeah, definitely go check that video out. It's definitely interesting. It's the new episode of Abnormal Investing. I've been covering those blockchain virtual real estate games. So alright, guys. Anybody got any questions or anything? Give the stream about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Get to working on some more stuff. See, the market's still mixed, but it did get a little darker on some of these stocks. See, more is starting to turn red. See it. And SPY is getting close to cracking. What was I looking at on that market watch? I thought I saw AT&T was cheaper than that. Oh, T. Yeah, everything kind of pulling back right at the moment. So not too bad today. I mean, I took a pretty decent loss on AMPC, but ended up making most of it back on INVO. So that's like four for 5 trades so far this week. So I'm still in the green on the week. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Oh, all right, Jeremiah. Thanks for the sub and appreciate the support. And you can definitely see all the live streams. How I use TOS for day trading and long-term investing. Some videos I'll look at stuff long-term with TOS, but TOS is just a great platform. But there is a couple of other videos in the day trading playlist, day trading lesson playlist, that'll show you how to set up scanners, and then a newer video I put out that shows a little more detail into the buying and selling and the different types of orders. So there's some more stuff there to check out as well. But welcome to the channel. Always happy to see new faces. So alright guys, I'm gonna call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. We will be back tomorrow. Guys, have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Until next time.